Alrighty guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. We've got 6 consoles to stream here, okay? We've been busy, and it's been crazy, and I had a weekend. We just built that custom one. I got another Tennessee Vols custom that I got to build. Oh my god, it just goes on and on and on. But anyway, we got 6 of them here that are done. Alright, and we're going to start off here with Mr. Rolando Hernandez. Now, Mr. Hernandez did a send-in with me, okay? Now, this one was a send-in repair. Now, somehow, some way, some guy went ahead and said that he could do an RGH3 for him. So he tried and failed miserably. Okay. Now, it happens, and I don't fault anyone for trying. It's cool, all right. But this guy said that he knew what he was doing and everything else. Told Rolando that, and Rolando wound up with a console that didn't boot and was just sitting in limbo. And the worst part about it was, I went into this thing, taking it apart, and it was a 2014 model. I'm like, oh God, is it a Winchester? And sure enough, thankfully it wasn't. It was a Corona, thank God. All right, and then I looked in there, and there is a Cool Runner Rev C. Corona edition, or I should say Rev D, whatever the heck it was that they added a crystal to for the Corona models, and I was just like, oh my God! So I ripped out all that crap, okay, and we made this an RGH 3.0, okay, 2 patch wires, and I read the NAND. Thankfully, the NAND wasn't screwed or anything like that, so I completely rebuilt the thing for him. And it had a 250 gig drive, so of course I stuffed that for him too. And Rolando, this one is yours here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fire this puppy up. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to boot this thing up, and I'm going to swap over to the capture card now, okay? And with an insane amount of luck, it should boot, in which it just did, okay? And now what's going to happen is we're going to boot up into Aurora. We're going to get some notifications from the server letting us know it's online and live and all that other happy nonsense. And yes, it's got college football revamped on it. Yes, it's got college hoops 2K8 on it. Yes, it's got a bunch of mod menus. Yes, it's up on Alliance servers. And yes, you're going to have some fun with this fucker. Okay, so, anyways, you see, got it. Good, okay. And there's our CFBR updater. We're already up to date for right now until they drop version 18 for the Xbox, which we're still waiting on. Alright, as you can see, we booted up into Aurora. Alright, now, Rolando, we're going to start off at the dashboard. We're going to work our way through. As you can see, you've got Battlefields on there. You got Call of Duties on there at the Yin Yang. You got College Hoops 2K8 on there. You got your Gears of War series. You got Grand Theft Auto series, and that includes Buffington mod menu, and also this includes Purge for GTA 5. You got Halo 3, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, installed, and ready to go. Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, so on and so forth, and back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. You got a ton of Live Arcade on this thing as well. Alright, and then of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then of course you have a classic game on there, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which is an original Xbox game, which you have to play in bypass mode, which I do explain in the startup setup video I'm going to send you with this video in the email that you're going to get with your tracking number, okay? So anyway, you got your indie games on here. You got Trailer Park King and Voice Changer 360. And then you have emulators on here. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance. And there's over 8,000 ROMs on there. So have a blast with that. Now, we'll go ahead. We'll get back to the dashboard right here. We'll make sure that she's right and tight and up, which it should be. It better be. There you are. All right. And she's online with a good KV. We're going to hit the guide button. As you can see, we have X Community Beta. And checking this out here. This is for matchmaking. And as you can see, there's 22 sessions. Battlefield 4, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2. You got a whole bunch of stuff to choose from on here. With all kinds of players that are joinable and all that kind of good stuff. Public sessions and all that. So you get into a session right away. And of course the users with their respective servers right here to the right, as you can see. People on Alliance, on Infinity, on Cypher, on XBO, so on and so forth. And then of course you have your your settings here where you can enable the features, and the explanations to the right of the screen, as you can see. Custom matchmaking, force modded matchmaking, change your online status, change your username, and save the settings, so on and so forth. So that's X Community, of course. We're one of 4 servers that has that. Really cool option. All right, and then over in our fifth tab, we have our cheats. To disable A, to enable A. All right, when you load the prospective game like Advanced Warfare or whatever, it's going to give you an option in the lower left-hand screen. It's going to tell you how to open the menu. You're going to use A to select, B to back out, and for Ghost, BO2, and MW3, you're going to use X to select and B to back out. Okay, you're going to use D-pad left to open those menus, D-pad left to close them. For Advanced Warfare, you hold in the left trigger, push down on the left D-pad, and that will open the Advanced Warfare menu. All right, so on and so forth. Now we're going to bring this back to Xbox Home, and Rolando, there you have it, man. I'm glad I was able to fix this thing for you. I'm glad that he didn't botch it to the point where it was terrible. I had to go ahead and there was a couple of traces that were, screwed up, so I had to patch them, which I use Kynar wire to patch. If you don't know what that is, that's this stuff right here. I'll show you here. Wait a minute. Let me swap back over to the camera here. Yeah, that's what I had to use to patch your traces and all that kind of good stuff, because there was a couple that were burned off of there. I don't know what he was running the heat setting on, but Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I mean, it was like you don't need that much heat, especially on a small tiny little pad. Okay, so I mean, look, if you want to try doing this stuff, hey, that's cool. All right, but practice before. If you've never soldered before, please practice on something instead of the console. All right, I mean, save the console. Okay, find a dead radio or something, some kind of PC board that has tiny little points, and once you can solder those tiny little points, you got this made. Okay, so please, for the love of God, don't use a console to practice on. Oh my God, especially a good one. Okay, so anyway, Rolando, we're shipping it off tomorrow. You're gonna get a tracking number. It's gonna have signature confirmation on it. And besides that, also, there's going to be a startup setup video. You need to watch that before you power this thing on. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting at that Xbox 360 logo for an awfully long time, wondering when it's going to boot into the dashboard. It's going to take forever, and you're not going to be online. So please watch that video that I'm going to send with the link to this video. All right? So now, we're going to say goodbye to Rolando here. All right? I'm going to unplug Rolando. I'm going to unplug this mess here and this mess here. Okay? And we're going to set Rolando down over here. Now, we're going to grab hold of Mr. David Qualbian. Dave, I hope I pronounced your name right. Okay, if I didn't, I'm sorry. Dave hails from Norway. And how Dave got me was he talked with Jort. And Jort, he runs Matrix mods for all the CODs and all that kind of good stuff. Well, Jort told him, said, hey man, go to this guy. He knows what he's doing. So he did. He came to me and he wanted a 250 gig RGH, and well, David, here it is. It's all ready to go. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to plug this controller in here, and then what we're going to do, we're going to boot this crazy thing, and I'm going to show you what you got. All right? So we'll boot that up there. I'm going to swap over to capture card. With any kind of luck, it'll boot. There you go. All right, and we're going to boot up into Aurora. You're going to get your notifications and all that. I know after you get this console, you got to get with Jort. Give him the CPU key. All right, so that way he can validate you on Matrix Mods. Matrix Mods, if you don't know what that is, guys, it does every single BO and COD series out there. It is the mod menu from hell. It is a great mod menu. You really need to check it out. It's like $55 for a lifetime through Jort0010 on Discord. Okay, check him out. He's really cool. Real good guy. I've known him for many, many years. All right, so now we're already up to date. Okay. Now, let's check your console out here, brother. Alright, start off at the dashboard, work our way through, okay? Battlefield's on there, Call of Duty's on there, Modern Warfare, Gears of War series, okay? Grand Theft Auto series, Halo, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, of course, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, and, of course, dashboard. And this is also a region-free console, just so you know, alright? They're all region-free. Okay, now, Xbox Live Arcade, you got a ton of Live Arcade on there as well. Then, of course, you got the homebrew section, where your tools reside. Alright, then you got classic game on there, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. You got indie games on there, you got my favorite Trailer Park Cleavage, King, sorry, and Voice Changer 360. And then, of course, you got emulators, okay? Game Boy Advance, Sega, Memories, Maine, damn it, Maine. Super Nintendo and Nintendo. Okay? Now, we're going to make sure that she's up and online. We'll hit the dashboard. Alright. And there you are. And she's up and online with a good KV. And yes, my friend, you have X Community Beta, of course, as well. Alright, and then over in your fifth tab, you have some cheats for the games that, I know that you love to play. Alright, those are off hosts. Now, I know that you're going to be getting Matrix Mod Menu from Jort. So, use these. Use his in conjunction with them. Whatever you want to do, man. It's all yours, baby. Alright, so now we're gonna set this, we're gonna bring this back to home here. I'm gonna bring this back to Aurora. And David, thank you for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I know you could have done you could have done business with a lot of other people, but you came to me. Thank you very, very much. And she will be safely on her way to Norway. And yes, I am going to armor plate this son of a bitch, so that way, then if it's thrown around like a football, it ain't gonna matter. Okay, so David, again, thank you for your business, brother. I'm going to send you a link to this video. I'm going to send you a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch before you start this up. Then again, you are a modder. You know what the hell you're doing anyway. But just as a refresher course, just so you know. All right. And again, thank you so much for your business, brother. And Jort, if you're listening, thank you so much for sending them to me, bro. I appreciate it. All right. And guys, remember, if you want BO2, COD mods, BO mods, all that kind of good stuff, go to Jort0010 on Discord. The guy is awesome. He's a good guy, and he'll set you up with an excellent, awesome menu. I'm just telling you guys, hey, I mean, it's worth every penny, believe me. All right. So anyway, thank you so much, David. We're gonna say goodbye to David. All right, I'm gonna unplug David here. Oh my God, I got way too many wires here. I got way too much crap here. It's starting to catch up already. Here we go. My desk is starting to look like a mess again. All right, Mr. Rocky Metcalf. Rocky! Now, Rocky, I have known for many years, okay? Rocky's a good guy. I've known him many years. He's bought a couple of RGHs from me before, I do believe. All right, and Rocky, well, this one's no different, but except doesn't have a chip. It's RGH 3.0, okay? So I'm going to tell you what. We're going to plug this in here as soon as I can. I got to find the damn hole. There we go. All right. And Rocky, this one is yours, 250 gig RGH, okay? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to power this thing up here. I'm going to swap you on over to the capture card right here. And with an insane amount of luck, it'll boot. There you go. Yeah, Rocky, no more waiting around on chips or anything like that. No more 1 to 3 pulses. Instant boot. Every time. Okay? So anyway, as you can see, we're booted up. We're going to get notifications from the server and all that other happy nonsense. And then we're going to go through this puppy. Alright? Just bear with me as it hits the dashboard and all that crap. You're going to see that CFBR update is going to come in. There we go. There's our welcome. And we're already up to date. We don't have to worry about that for right now. Which is CFBR. And there you go, Rock. Alright, so Rock is a little different from the FSD dash, isn't it? Alright, now Xbox 360, okay, start off at the dashboard. As you can see, you got all your Call of Duties on here, all the crap, College Hoops 2K8, you got your Gears of War, you got your MW3, NCAA Football 14 with College Football revamped, of course, and then back to the dashboard. Alright, Xbox Live Arcade, you got your Live Arcade games on there. Then, of course, you got your Homebrew section where your tools reside. Then, of course, you got a classic game on there. You got your indie games on there. And then, of course, you got your emulators. You got Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, Memories. Name. Super Nintendo, and back to Nintendo. Alright, now, Xbox 360, we'll hit the dashboard, make sure she's right and tight. And there we are. Snappy little console, ain't it? Alright, and there you are, up on the dashboard with a good KV. Hitting the guide button, you will see X Community Beta, of course. And over in our fifth tab, our cheats. Advanced Warfare, Ghost, PO2, and MW3. Alright, so there you have it. To disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring this back home. Rocky, my friend, it's a pleasure doing business with you. You've been a good friend of mine for a while. You have both consoles from me, so that goes to show that, hey, I guess obviously you trust me in what I do. So, well, I've been around long enough, that's for sure. But anyway, Rocky, thank you so much for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. Shipping it off, you'll have it in 2 to 3 days. Of course, you're going to have a tracking number. You're going to have a link to the startup setup video, and you'll be all good to go. So thank you again for your business, brother. I really, really do appreciate it. All right, now, we're going to say goodbye to Rocky. Bye, Rocky. Going to miss you, brother. Alright. Got 3 more to go here. Mr. Caden White. Yes, Mr. White. You know, guys, I find it so amusing that I had the guy come on my Facebook page, my business page, and says to me that he is Caden White and that he needs the address change in this thing. Now, you know, it isn't the first time that this has happened, okay? So, of course, I posted this moron out because he's a complete freaking idiot. First he goes by Angel Palmer, then he hits me up as John Smith, then he hits me up as this other guy. I'm like going like, really? Seriously? And he's like, yeah, I'm kidding. I want I need the address change. Nobody, okay? For all you scammers out there, I'm just letting you know right now, okay? Here's what happens. When somebody places an order, they get an order number to themselves. And if you want something changed, you're going to have that order number. All right? Now, address shipping, the address that you put in to buy this console is the address that this thing is going to. End of story. Okay? Because that's where the billing came from. Now, also, I do have fraud protection and all that stuff. So just to let you know, if you try to find unauthorized payment or something like that, guess what? You're going to lose anyway. Okay? So it doesn't make a bit of difference. So, you know, I had the guy try to say to me, oh, yeah, well, I'm Caden White, I just want... Yeah, I'm looking up in the chat. This idiot doesn't even realize that he messaged me a while ago saying, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to ask my mom to buy one, blah, blah. I'm going like, oh, my God. You're a pathetic little fool, okay? So, I hope that you're listening to this, all right? So, you know. So, anyway, Caden, your console's safe, brother, and it is going to your address where you bought it from on our website with your address, okay? So, anyway, needless to say, Caden, this one is yours, 250 gig. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plug this crazy thing in right here. All right. And I've had these done over the weekend. It's just I haven't had the time to do the video because I've been doing all these other custom builds and everything else. It's like, oh my God. But it's shipped, but they're all shipping off tomorrow anyway. So, all right, Caden, this one is yours, RGA 3.0. We're going to fire this bitch up. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to swap on over to the capture card. And with an insane amount of luck, it'll boot, in which it just did. And there you go. Now, Caden? Alright. We're going to boot into Aurora. We're going to get notifications from the server and all that other happy nonsense, alright? And please, please, for the love of God, watch the second link I'm going to send you besides this link to this video. Alright? Because that's going to explain to you how to get this thing up and on your network for the first time. Alright? So anyway, hello again, Caden White. You're on Alliance Live. Got it good. Okay, and now what's going to happen is we're going to get the CFBR updater. Alright, and we're already up to date on that. So we won't have to worry about that. Alright, now, start off at Xbox 360. As you can see, we start off with the dashboard. We work our way through, as you can see, all of our Call of Duties on there, all of our College Hoops 2K8, our Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Halo series, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped, of course, and then back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade, need I say more? A whole bunch of Xbox Live Arcade. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have your classic game on there. That's an original Xbox game you play in bypass mode. And then, of course, you have your indie games on there. Trailer Park Fuck Me and Voice Changer 360. And then, of course, you have your emulators. You got Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME. I corrected myself that time. Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo. Okay, so there you go. Now, we'll go ahead and we'll hit the Xbox 360 dashboard. We'll make sure that she's up right and tight on the server. Make sure she got a good KB. And which it better. There you go. Alright, now hitting the guide button, of course. Your X Community Beta. And over here are your cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. And then we'll bring this back to Xbox Home. And Caden, there you have it, brother. So listen, my friend. Thank you so much for your business and your patience. I greatly do appreciate it. You guys, I've been working my butt off, as you can see. Every day I've been working. Okay? And I'm finally getting caught up on the queue now. So we're getting back to where it's 10 to 14 days for building these damn things, thank God. Alright, I mean, it's just been crazy. But anyway, needless to say, Caden, again, thank you for your business. We're going to send you a tracking number. You're going to get it in your email. You're also going to get a link to the startup setup video. And you're going to have signature confirmation. You got to sign for this puppy, alright, when it comes. Alright, so anyway, thank you so much for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. Alright, now we're going to say goodbye to Caden. Okay? And there he goes. And we're going to grab another one here. Got one more after this. Mr. Velt Green. Mr. Green. Velt. Buddy. This one's yours, pal. This one here is a 120 gig. A little bit smaller of a compliment. You can still add an external drive to it. And you can still add games to it and all that other happy nonsense. But it's a 120 gig. Okay? So Velt, this one's yours. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to power this bitch up. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, this is plugged in. Okay, good. All right, there we go. All right, as you can see, the system booted, of course. RGH 3.0 never fails. All right, and we're going to get some notifications from the server letting us know it's online live, all that other happy nonsense. And then we're going to go through the 120 gig, okay? It's a little bit smaller of a compliment than the 250. All right. So anyway, all right, there we are. Right, yeah, okay. All right, good. Got it, good. Okay. And then, of course, there we are. All right, and life is grand. Now, we're already up to date for CFBR. We don't have to worry about that. So, Velt, here we go. Start off at the dashboard. You got a couple Call of Duties on there. College Hoops 2K8, Grand Theft Series, of course, NCAA Football 14 with college football revamp, and back to the dashboard. All right? Yeah, Xbox Live Arcade. You got a couple Live Arcade games on there. Homebrew section where your tools reside. Emulators. You don't have a full complement, but you have Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, and back to Super Nintendo. Alright, and then of course, back to Xbox 360. We'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's up, right and tight. Should be. There you are. And there it is. Hitting the guide button, of course, you have X Community on there, and of course you have our cheats for Advanced Warfare, Ghost, BO2, and MW3. To disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring this back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. Well, thank you very, very much for your business, brother. I greatly do appreciate it. You're a gentleman and a scholar. We're going to be shipping it off tomorrow. You have your tracking number and a link to this video, as well as a link to the startup setup video for you to watch. Okay, please, while your console is being shipped, so that way then to get it, so that way when you get it, you can get it up online without having any insanity or anything like that. Okay, so listen. Thank you again for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to ship it off and get it all done and ship it off tomorrow morning. So, we're going to say goodbye to Velt. And we got one more now. Okay? Bear with me here. One more, thank God. Oh, my God. And then guess what happens tomorrow? I start all over again. All right. Mr. Jeffy Spangler. Spanky. And Jeff, he went ahead, he purchased the console off the website from us. And Jeff, here it is, man. It's all done, ready to go. This one is a 120 gig drive, okay? RGH 3.0, of course. I'm going to go ahead, let me plug this thing in here. All right. And now what we're going to do, we're going to fire this bitch up. I'm going to swap over the capture card. And, of course, this thing is going to boot, which you just did. There you have it. All right. We're going to boot up into Aurora. We're going to get our notifications from the server and all that happy nonsense. And then we're going to go through this freaking crazy thing. All right? So just bear with me as it gets to the Aurora dashboard. It takes it a second for it to lock the server. There we are. Got it. Good. Okay? And then we're going to get our notification from our CFBR updater as well. All right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through this crazy thing. And I'm going to show you what's on this one. All right. Now, Xbox 360, starting off at the dashboard. Some Call of Duties on there. Modern Warfare 3, of course. College Hoops 2K8. Grand Theft Auto Series, Grand Theft Auto 4, NCAA Football 14, and of course back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade, you got some Xbox Live Arcade on there as well. Then of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have emulators on there. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, Super Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance. Alright, now, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that she's up and right and tight on the dashboard. And there you have it. Okay, she's up and online with a good KV. We'll go ahead, we'll hit the guide button. There's our X Community Beta on there. And of course, over in our fifth tab, our cheats. To disable A, enable A. Very simple. And then we go ahead, we'll bring this back home. And Jeff, there you have it, man. Thank you for your business. Greatly do appreciate it. We're shipping it off tomorrow morning. You'll have your tracking number and your information, okay, in the email. Along with the startup setup video. Please watch that. It'll get to you within 2 to 3 days, my friend. So thank you so much for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. Guys, listen, thanks for watching and tuning in. I greatly do appreciate all of you. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys have supported me all of these years, okay, and supported what I love to do here. And I really do appreciate it, okay? And as for you scammers, you people trying to get stuff for nothing, trying to use people's names and you know, ruin their fun and everything, guess what, people? I'm not stupid. Our website isn't stupid. We only use SSL security information. We only use PayPal goods and services, and we only use Amazon Pay. And you know what? We have all the protections in place. We've got all that stuff. So no matter what you try to do, I don't care. My customers are going to be happy. And as for you, well, you know what? Bad things come to people who do bad things. Just remember that. So one day when you turn around and all of a sudden this bus runs you the fuck over and crushes your skull like a fucking grape and there's brains all over the ground, I'm gonna be sitting there laughing. Because I'm gonna make sure that I'm there to laugh at your ass. Because you know what? You deserve it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Listen, you all have a good one, and I'm gonna holler at you all later. You all take it easy and have a great night. Take care, guys. Have a good one.